said, super excited here because we have a super special guest. I mean, you guys know that sometimes like we've brought, the president of the company to some of these meetings. We've brought the president of global, we've brought all these people, but we've never had a guest quite like this one, This is like one of my favorite people ever. Just had the privilege of bringing him on board to the company maybe about almost 3 years ago or so. And, just always enjoy the time that I spend with this guy. He's like super focused, super business oriented, and also focused on, this big, big vision of giving back to the universe. So, when he meets his maker, he can shake his hand and say, you did a good job, son. So with all that being said, one of the things I love about Leo Robles, who's coming on board, is that he's like, takes technology, take and implement. I've never seen someone implement so quickly, or very few times have I seen somebody implement so quickly. And then I remember the day he said to me, you know what, Rosie, I'm gonna learn this. I'm gonna pick this up. I'm gonna make this my thing. I'm gonna learn it, and I'm gonna use it, and I'm gonna be able to use this tool to grow my business, and he has. So first of all, Leo Robles, welcome into the room to Technology Tuesday, special guests. Everybody give me a yay.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Hey,
thank you
Leo.
so much. Hey, and thank you for the warm introduction. Definitely started off my day right. I'm sorry I'm a little late to it. I wasn't aware. I don't know, my brain, I thought it was 10:30, so that's why I was running a little late, but thank you all for your time. I truly appreciate it. I know that we're going to be talking about KvCORE, right, which is everybody's excited about talking about that today. But thank you, Rosie, for putting this together. Thank you for your leadership, and thank you for inviting me to this amazing opportunity. A little bit over 3 years ago. It's definitely been life-changing, and the lives that we've been able to impact as a byproduct of that one conversation has been incredible, right? So thank you for allowing me to be here today.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, Damiano's the one who put this together. So I just want to let you know, Damiano's the one who's like, hey, Leo, and then here you go, Leo, you just show up and make it happen. So I want to ask you just really quickly, when you picked it up, you started using it, and I know you've been, staying on top of everything, but to start off with, just tell us how are you getting the most value out of KvCORE? And then we could go into some of let's pull up the share screen, let's show us all the things. But first of all, how have you maximized the use, or how to use it best, or how has it impacted your business the most?
Yeah, perfect. So awesome. So one of the things I will say is that you guys probably want to write this down. KvCORE will not work if you don't. KvCORE will not work if you don't work, right? Literally, you gotta, KvCORE is going to be an enhancement to everything you do. It's going to be a tool on your belt, right? And this tool, it's one of the most powerful tools, and I think that we really take it for granted here at EXP, because we get it, for the monthly dues of $85, right? That this platform outside of EXP, it's almost $700 a month, right? And I recruit agents all the time, and they're like, wait, you mean to tell me that I'm going to get KvCORE for free? And I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to have to pay my $550 anymore. I know a brokerage that has 60 agents, and they're paying the bill for 60 memberships of KvCORE. So you think about, what a gift this is, and you guys literally have it at your fingertips. And that's why I started off with this platform is not going to work if you don't put in the work, right? So the way that I've implemented it is by basically making this part of my tool belt and enhancing everything that I'm doing. So you also, first and foremost, have to make sure that you have a daily routine of what it is that you're doing to generate you business, right? And KvCORE does have several different ways you can generate business on Facebook and Google. You could do text blast, email blast. You could do, campaigns, property alerts. You have a website, you have a mobile application. I mean, you got everything built in. I mean, it's an all-in-one. But what else are you doing to put traffic into this platform? That's really what you really want to focus on, right? Whether that be, doing phone prospecting. I taught a 23-year-old how to prospect in neighborhoods, and got 15 listings in the last 30 days. And he's been doing that for 6 months. I had a coaching session in October. I told him what to do, how to say it. I told him the daily routine. And he said, well, how many calls am I going to have to make? you're going to have to do at least 400 to 500 calls on a triple line dialer. You're going to have at least 30 to 40 conversations every single day. You're going to have to go drop off CMAs, right? Go to the doorstep and come from a place of contribution and enhance it, with KvCORE, enhance it with what we're doing here. But fast forward, 6 months later, he has 15 listings this month, 23 years old, right? So that's why I started off with, if you're going to use this platform, make sure that you're putting in the work on the court, whether that be on the phones, whether that be open houses, whether that be you calling expireds for sale by owners, whether that be you paying for leads on Zillow, Redfin, Ojo, OpCity, whether you're doing, even Facebook marketing or Google marketing. You got to enhance, like, how are you feeding it? First and foremost, the first thing that I did, right, I had about, 8,000 to 9,000 leads that were sitting on a platform called Follow a Boss, which I'm pretty sure you guys are all aware of, or like Lion's Desk and things like that. And these contacts were really just sitting there, not really doing a lot of, they weren't really doing much. They were just sitting there. And then I had to pay for another system called Call Action. Then from there, I had to pay for another system that basically was doing a text blast, which is called Scipio. So I was paying for about 3 to 4 to 5 different platforms for what KvCORE does all in one, right? This has everything and built in one place. So it made my life a lot easier once I understood that, wait a minute, I have the ability to do text unlimited. I can hit, 10,000 people if I wanted an email, and I can create landing pages on demand. And then everything that I do with this platform generates leads. I'm like, this is awesome, because one of the things that I've seen is that, I meet agents every single day, 8 to 10 times I'm meeting agents every single day, and they're telling me about how beautiful their website is and how much the technology is at the current platform. And then I look on their website and I can go to their website, navigate, take a look, and there's not a single opportunity for them to register, right? It's like there's no registration process on those beautiful sites. So if you have a very beautiful site and there has no registration, you kind of are just throwing your money away. It's the same thing like when you're doing open houses. When you're doing open houses, you can have a $10 million listing, you can promote it all you want, and people are gonna walk into this open house and then they're gonna, like let's pretend that this is an open house, right? People are walking in and you're just like saying, all right, cool, come on in. And you let them come in one door and you let them come out the other door, and you didn't have a single conversation. You didn't have a registration process, nothing. And you spent 4 to 5 hours at this open house. And guess what? Next thing you know, the next day, people are going to ask you, how did your open house go? Well, it went amazing. I had an amazing open house. I'm like, oh, cool. How many people did you have come through? 45 people. Can you believe it? Okay, great. Well, how many people did you actually get their contact information? 0, right? We can't do that stuff. The only job that we have as a real estate professional is we have to service the customers that we have in front of us, but in order for us to serve them, we need their contact information. So that's what KvCORE really does, is that it enhances everything that you do, right? Even at that open house, example that I just gave, KvCORE has a registration app that you can use at your open house. You can open up your laptop. You can even just use your cell phone if you don't have your laptop, or you can use a tablet, download the open house application, and have that be your registration process. You need to get registration at everything that you do. I even see a lot of people and a lot of people that do this on social media, right? And this is something you definitely want to stop doing. I think agents are excellent at giving away information again and not registering anybody. Like they're just like, all right, cool, here's the information. Case in point, does anybody in here post properties on Instagram or Facebook? Yes, maybe, yes. Okay, cool. 2 or 3 of you. All right, maybe the rest of you are not doing it. Okay, perfect. Or maybe you guys are just not listening, or maybe we're maybe we're not doing it. But this is what I'll tell you. I see agents do this all the time. You're putting up the pictures and then you're saying, check this beautiful home out. It's 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, 2,500 square feet. It's 10,000 square foot lot. It's in this neighborhood. It's this. You're giving away all of the content. The customer sees it. They don't have any sort of reason to contact you. And guess what? They pick up their phone and they call their buddy that's in real estate. Hey, I saw a realtor that just posted this listing on social media. Can you go show it to me? Right? Why did that happen? Because you gave away the information and you had no registration. You need to have registration. So the way that I do that on Facebook or Instagram, if I'm promoting a listing, I'm saying, check out this beautiful home in the city of Downey. It will not last. Mega upgraded, right? Over $100,000 in upgrades. Check this out, right? So what I'm going to drive them to is a link, them to click on the link. And then when they open up their link, guess what? They have the bedrooms, they have the baths, they have the square footage, they have the year built, they have the price, they have the neighborhood, they have everything in place. That's where KvCORE is your best friend, because KvCORE is going to go ahead and say, hey, by the way, in order for you to get full access, you need to put in your email and your phone number. That's what you guys need to think. So I just want to dive deep into the psychology of how KvCORE works, because I think it's imperative. If you don't have the psychology or the intentionality of what you're going to be using it for, you're not going to understand the concept, because KvCORE is a lead generation machine, but you need to feed it, right? That's going to be with your Instagram. That's going to be with your Facebook or the other strategies that I'm talking about. So what I want to just tell you guys is that when you guys are publishing these beautiful listings, again, put the beautiful pictures out there. I'm not saying don't do that. Put the 4 to 5 best pictures that you can, but just be very general in your description. And if you're on Facebook, just say, hey, comment interested if you want more information, or comment info in the comments if you want information. And then when people respond info, you can send them a direct message with the KvCORE link. And again, KvCORE is going to get their email and phone number, right? You're not going to have to chase people down with their email and phone number. If you're doing that strategy on Instagram, you're going to put the 4 to 5, beautiful images, and you're going to say, hey, if you want more information, click on my link bio, right? Lead them to your link bio, because links don't work in your Instagram description. So you want to point them to your link bio. That's the way you want to do it. And I'm going to get into the platform and kind of show you what I'm talking about, because I just wanted to kind of give you guys the mindset and the preface of what we're talking about, because that's how I use it. I use it right now for agent attraction, and it's the same mindset, right? I'm giving away information, but I am asking for registration. If I am giving away information and not asking for any sort of registration, I don't know who my customers are. I can't follow up with them. I can't serve anybody if I don't know who I am serving. So that's the number one thing you guys want to do. Now, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. If I think I may have sharing. Yes, I do. Perfect. Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up here just to show you guys, like, number one, right? A lot of people ask me, well, how did you even learn KvCORE? Well, the beautiful thing about it is that KvCORE has all the trainings built in, right? Step 1, you log into your platform. Step number 2, you go here to the Agent Quick Start, right here on the right-hand side. If you guys all notice, go to that Agent Quick Start, right? And I think Lydia, you've heard me say this before. I said this like 3 years ago. It's very simple, but the hard part is the execution, right? How we actually implement this thing. Implementation is king, right? So there you go. Setting up KvCORE. How to complete this course. Welcome to KvCORE, right? All of this stuff is telling you step by step. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. 5 steps, and then you even have this 6th step, which I didn't have when I started. And these are just webinars that they're continuously doing that are all pre-recorded for you. So that's what I would say, because the pathway to mastery is repetition, right? Repetition is the mother of skill. So you want to repeat these things and master the system. And this is going to be a big enhancement for everything you're doing. So you want to make sure you take that quick start. So there we go. That's the first step. In the first step, they're also going to tell you to create your profile. So I'll just share that with you here quickly. You're going to want to go to My Profile on the top right-hand side. This is being recorded, by the way, guys. So if I'm going a little bit fast, you guys can go back to it and get into like the details of it. But you're just going to want to make sure that you have all of the information loaded up here on the profile section. You want to put in your cell phone, your email, your Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, your Pinterest if you got one, your Instagram, your license number. You're going to put in a personal website, your lender information. If you have any designations, you can put that in there as well. You put in a little about me. And the most important thing is that you hit save. Once you complete it, you hit save. Please hit save. All right. I've done this several times, and I've made the mistake of like completing it beautifully, perfectly. And I'm like, this looks awesome. and then I'm going to the next little button, and then I forgot to hit save, and then I go back to my website, and then I'm like wondering, like, why the heck isn't my Facebook connected to it? Why isn't my Twitter connected to it? I don't see my bio. Moral of the story, click save. All right, guys, that's the first step. And from there, I'm just gonna go show you guys the dashboard, right? This is my dashboard of my platform. This is not a demonstration. This is literally my platform right here. So you see that there's people engaging on my platform. 4 hours ago, you got somebody looking at a property for $750, $385. You got Marlene looking at a property for $385. You got somebody else here looking at property for $1.2 million. So KvCORE is telling you who you got to call. That's the cool thing about it, right? And remember when I said I had people on Follow Up Boss and Lion's Desk? Well, the thing on those platforms that I didn't have was property alerts. So my favorite feature, if you guys want to take note of that, is the property alerts. Property alerts are my favorite because I took, 8,000-9,000 contacts. I didn't know if they wanted to buy. I didn't know what neighborhood they wanted. I didn't know anything. I just had them sitting there doing nothing. What I did with KvCORE is I took all of those contacts, I imported them in a CSV, which I'll show you how to do that here shortly. Then what happened is that I turned on a property alert, and I was sending them properties every 2 weeks. That's all I did. And one of the things that I did is that I made a general property alert, okay? I didn't get specific because, again, I didn't know what they were looking for. I just knew that they were all looking at, like, in Riverside, San Bernardino, Orange County. So in the property alert, I just put in Riverside, San Bernardino, Orange County. I put everything under like 1.1 million, and then I put them to get an email with properties that are just listed every 2 weeks. Once the first campaign went out, I had 400 plus people looking on my platform for properties. So I took a list of 8,000 people, and then I just narrowed my focus on the people that are opening my stuff, looking at stuff. So that's the power of this thing. By the way, obviously I know that some of us work with Zillow and Redfin to get leads. Yes, they're a great lead generation platform, but you do not want your sphere of influence to live on Zillow or Redfin. Do not have your clients live there. If your customers are still sending you stuff on Zillow and Redfin, those customers are one click away from being my customer, because I have Riverside, San Bernardino, Orange County, LA, and I'm not the only one, by the way. There's a lot of teams out there that are part of the Zillow Flex program. When they click a button that they want to go see a property at 3 o'clock, we're on the receiving end booking that appointment. And we do not ask them if they have an agent, if they've been working for somebody. We're just going straight for the appointment because that's what we've been trained to do. So do not put people on Zillow and Redfin. You got to push them into your platform, which is called KvCORE. This is going to model and emulate the process. And the really cool thing about this is that it basically tracks everything for you. You can go into the customer's profile and you can see everything that the customer is doing. It'll even create a little summary for you. It said, hey, based on the search criteria, your customer is looking for a property around 606,000, right? The client was active 4 hours ago. So it's going to tell you exactly what to focus on here. You can also call the customer here with this feature. You can put new call. You can call now. It'll call my phone number first, and it'll call the phone number of the client second. And if you have the feature enabled, it'll record the conversation. That way you can go back and play it at a later time. You can also log the notes, right? If I'm having a great conversation, I can put in my notes, I can do that. And I can also schedule the call, right? This is something that I also see agents not do. One of my biggest, I would say, performance hacks is using a calendar, right? Using a calendar. You have no idea how many people I talk to, top producers, top performers, people that are leading companies. They don't have a calendar. I'm asking them, okay, cool. What time do you have available on Thursday? Oh, I got to go check my calendar. And then I ask them, you don't have a digital calendar? Yeah, but I'm not. Oh, you don't have it on your phone? No, I don't have it on my phone. I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, you can download the app right now and I can get you the don't be that agent. You need to have a calendar, right? Make sure you put it everything. So when you go and schedule something here, right, you can literally just do this, and then you could even sync it directly to your Google Calendar. That way you can pick up the phone and call the customer, right? Because I really believe this, that we miss more opportunities than we gain. And it's all around scheduling, right? It's all about you managing your time, right? We got a lot of traffic coming in at times, and we think that generating a ton of traffic is the major key. but it really is capturing what you have in front of you. That's really the most important thing. And, schedule that. You can also send out an email to the customer directly from here. And you already have a bunch of templates already built in. So if you don't want to get creative, you can just literally click on here. It'll automatically put the customer's name in there. It'll send it out. They're designed for renters, for sellers, for buyers, for everything already built in. So the other thing is that you can also send out a text message. And again, you could use one of the canned responses, or you can just type in the message from here and click send, right? If you're doing individual. And then you also have the ability to do a voicemail drop. Are you sure you want to close this? Yes. Okay, cool. Voicemail drop. You can also pay. This is an additional package, right? This is not free, but you can do this for holidays. This is really cool, right? Like you can purchase a bundle of 500 voicemails, and let's just say that you have 400 people in your database, right? You can record one single voice message and drop 400 voicemails to every single one of your clients, wishing them, Merry Christmas. You can wish them Happy Thanksgiving, whatever. You can do that with this. This is a voicemail drop, and you record it once. My advice, if you're doing that, make sure that you record it generally, right? It'll be, hey, how's it going, right? I'm not saying the person's name. Hey, how's it going? It's Leo here with eXp Real Estate. I just wanted to wish you a Merry Christmas. Thank you for being part of my life. Give me a call whenever you have a chance. You leave something like that to 400 people, you better get ready because your phone is about to blow up. But people like, hey, Leo, I didn't even see you call me, because what it does is that it bypasses the call and it goes straight to the voicemail. The other really cool feature that you have in BombBomb, in KvCORE is BombBomb. This is a really cool platform. So you can also send out, a video. And what I like about the enhancement with KvCORE is that you can also send the video via text. So I can just pop in the recorder. I can record literally a video on the spot and then send it out to the customer and say, hey, I noticed that you were looking at properties on my website. You can click it, record it, and it'll go out immediately, instantaneously, right? Implementation on the spot. That's a really good way to follow up with video. That's one of the ways that I use it. The other thing is that you also have this little more action section here. I'll go into this. You can also find the customer on Facebook, Google, LinkedIn. I always like to click these because one of the really cool things about KvCORE is that, yes, it keeps you in touch, but I also like to have all of my clients or my potential clients in my Facebook platform so they can see my activity, right? And then that's where I'll be posting my open houses. I'll be posting, that I'm showing some properties. I'll be posting some client testimonials. I'll be posting all those things. And if your customers are following you on Facebook, then you're going to get, that customer to call you. And again, people are going to do business with people that they like, know, and trust. How are they going to like, know, and trust you? Well, if they see you more than anybody else. The game in real estate is to be a promoter. The game in real estate is to stay top of mind with everybody you speak with, right? So that's kind of like the profile section. One of the other things that you can also do here is that you can add the address for their property, and KvCORE will automatically generate a home evaluation. So if you have their address, or if you don't have their address, when you're calling the customer, tell them like, hey, by the way, my company provides a market evaluation for your home. What is your current address of your home? That way I can implement that, right? You can drop their information in there. It'll generate a CMA and it'll go out every 30 days for you. It's just awesome. Now, I was talking about the Instagram and the Facebook strategy, and I told you guys how those links are like so powerful. This is the way that you want to do it. You're going to go to the listing section here on KvCORE. On the left-hand side, you're going to go to all the MLS listings, because the really cool thing is that every single listing in the market is implemented into KvCORE. So if you want to promote, let's just say we're looking at a property in Downey, for example, you're going to just go and do this. You're going to click Downey. It's going to pull up all of the different listings that in that area. And wait a minute, let me clear that. I need to know how to spell Downey. Okay, that was my fault. All right, perfect. There it is. There it is. All right, perfect. So there you go. Now you got listings in Downey, right? So what I do as a marketer, as a promoter, right? Because you guys are marketers and promoters as well. You got to make sure that you guys remember that. In real estate, I'm a marketer and a promoter. In real estate, I'm a marketer and a promoter. All right. So let's just say that you're looking at this property here on De Palma, right? This is not my listing, but this looks pretty, pretty nice picture, 955. This direct link is what I would showcase on Facebook or Instagram, right? That's the website for the actual property. So I'll take the top 4 to 5 pictures, right? I'll take the nicest ones, right? Don't pick the dark looking ones. Pick the nice pictures, you know, the ones that are going to attract the most traffic. Save those, upload them on Instagram and Facebook. And when the customer goes to my link bio, they're going to go to this site. This is awesome, right? They're going to go and see the bedrooms, the baths, the square footage. They're going to be able to see who the agent is, which is me. It says your agent, right? They're going to be able to download my app on their Apple or on their Android. They're going to be able to figure out the home value. They're also going to get the price history, the general features. They're going to get everything that they want to know, everything. So that's why it's not being rude that you're not responding. You're responding to them with an immense amount of value by giving them this. And when you go to this site, what KvCORE will do, if they're not part of your platform, it'll say, hey, please register for full access. And it's going to pop in an email and a phone number. This is the links that you want to use. You can use any links. The other cool thing in the listing section, let's just say this is your listing, or if you have permission from the listing agent, or if it's an EXP listing, right? You can do this. Go to the more action sections. And this is a really easy way for you to generate leads. You can go to boost property, click boost property. This will open it up. And what it'll do is that it'll create the ad for you automatically. You don't have to design it. You don't have to do any of that stuff. It's automatically done. It'll even show you a preview, how it's going to look on the desktop, how it's going to look on the phone. All you got to do, this is how much of a techie person I am. Click and put in your credit card information, press complete, and you're done. Voila. Leads come in directly to KvCORE. And now that becomes a lead generation strategy that you implemented in 2 minutes. It's very, very simple to do that, right? Can everybody do that? Just click 2 buttons and then press complete. It's pretty simple, right?
Leo, quick question on this. When you do that, is this now going to be featured on your personal page, business page, or on a KvCORE page?
It's a KvCORE unbranded page, and that's another value of that, right? It doesn't promote Leo's page or anything like that, which is really good because the consumer, come on, as much as professional as we all are, and as much as we want to, you know, toot our own horn, people don't want to talk to us. They want to see the property. They want to see the property. So KvCORE has figured that out, and they just basically do it unbranded. So they're not going to do it on your personal page. You also, let's just say you want to do it on your personal page though. Let's just say you can just click post on Facebook and you can do that directly from there. And then this will automatically populate the listing there. And this is what I was talking about earlier, right? I was saying you guys are experts at giving away information. Just say, check this hot listing out, right? Right? Whatever. I don't know how to spell. Boom. Check out this hot listing out. Boom, like that, right? Again, I'm not talking about bedrooms, bath, square footage. I'm not talking about none of that, because when the customer clicks this, boom, they're going to get all the information. And then this is going to do the heavy lifting for you. Okay. So you want to use that to post on Facebook. You can post it on Twitter. You can post it on Pinterest, or you can even post it on Craigslist with a click of a button. You can just say, all right, cool. You know what? I want it in the Long Beach one. And voila, it's done. Right. I did that really quick. I got fast fingers. That's how I get it done. I can do like 10 of these right away. Right. So that's how you do that. Very, very simple to use, right? That's just free stuff. This is posting on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Craigslist. That's all free stuff. Boosting a property is going to be the lowest cost to get leads. That is going to be the lowest cost, right? So if you want to figure out like what's going to be the most affordable approach, that's going to be my recommendation. If you want to now invest a little bit more and get a little bit deeper into it and say, all right, cool, you know what? I want to target a certain zip code, then you can go to Marketplace, the Marketplace section here, and literally it tells you, get seller leads, right? You can go here and then you can get, this is the one that I use for buyer leads, Facebook AI advertising and retargeting. You click learn more, you select the website, which would be your website that you already have with KvCORE, so you don't have to create it. You click add to KvCORE, and then this will give you different plans, right? So the minimum plan is $250. And then this will give you leads in a particular zip code. Let's just say I want to do something, in Anaheim, like 92805. I put in my zip code there. All I got to do again is put in my credit card. I sign it. This is a 3-month commitment. So, but it'll get you, it's probably going to get you 30, 40, 50 leads a month, right? So this is going to go directly to your platform. The powerful thing about this and everything else that you do on KvCORE is that you're going to have campaigns and alerts, right? Typically, when you do marketing on Facebook and Google, what tends to happen is that it goes and sits on a spreadsheet and there's no follow-up. So with the campaigns of KvCORE, which I'll show you here, you can, actually, let me go back to the marketing. So I'm clicking marketing, right? And then I'm going to the smart campaigns and the KvCORE library, which these are already loaded up. You guys don't have to be experts at campaigns. I'm definitely not an expert at campaigns. This is already done for you, right? You have a 3-touch campaign all the way to a 43-touch campaign that touches your customers for 3 years. I mean, this thing is automatically done. All you got to do is turn these things on. All you got to say is add it to my library, activate it, and when leads come in, guess what? That customer is going to be text and called. Well, text, and it's going to prompt you to call, and it's going to email the customer automatically on your behalf. So that's kind of like, I don't want to overwhelm you with too much information. That's kind of like a general, but I would go with, again, the agent quick start. You guys want to start there because I can go in like even more than this, right? But like this is, I think this is enough. Just because, again, I want you guys to implement. That is the most important thing, guys. I don't want you guys to learn stuff and then just kind of like, all right, cool, that was really great. I'm excited for about 10 minutes and then you don't do anything. I want you guys to promise me you guys are going to implement something. Just take a single action, right? Maybe that's even just watching the first video, right? And watch the first video and implement something. Do something with the information that you just got today. Cool.
Awesome. Okay. So I love, everybody, was that amazing? That was like a fire, like drinking out of a fire hose, right? Like it was incredible. Everybody's so excited. Thank you, Leo. And it's so funny because you say, okay, I can go in, like, this is just the beginning, right? I think this is like a whole like weekend project for some of you guys, like block out your entire like Saturday or your entire Friday or whatever. And just learning how to do the things we learned in this 30-minute session is like just that will completely change your business.
Yes.
So,
yeah, just execute that. Yes, execute that. Start with that. And you guys are going to be like, oh my God, I got this. I got these many leads. Just implement. That's the magic.
Yeah. And so Leo, like, I just want to ask one question. How much time do you spend a day on your KvCORE with whatever you do?
Probably like 30 minutes. Cause like, for example, I'll show you something like I use it for, like I use the, like the email blast. I like to do the emails because you have the ability to do that. Whereas my email blast section here is probably in the marketing section where I already clicked that lead engine. Here it is. Shoot, where am I? This always happens to me. Hold on a second, guys. The email, smart campaign, search alerts, hashtags, core, schedule mass emails. There it is. There, I clicked it and I couldn't see it. I skipped through it. So this is what I use. So 30 minutes tops. I mean, because I just send out emails with it, right? So I just sent out 10,000 emails, yesterday, right? So I'm sending out 8,000 to 10,000 emails, like almost like twice a week. I like the email feature. I think a lot of people think that emails don't work. That's created a massive opportunity for us to still do it. So email, I use it for email. So I use that because the thing is that once it's implemented, it's already done. Once it's already implemented, the thing that you're gonna want to do is just spend your time in the smart CRM, that section. And then what I do is that I just go ahead and click last visit, and KvCORE magically organizes all the people that have been on my platform the most recently. It's like a no-brainer, right? Like it's like I'm talking to the customers that are engaging the most.
Awesome. And then how to use it for agent attraction?
So basically I send them out like emails, right? To invite them to like trainings, right? Like the training that I'm doing today at 12 o'clock. I'm doing one with the Felix Hung. So I send out an email. So it's a longer play, right? Email, text, all that stuff, it's a longer play. Because in agent attraction, it's all about leading with value, right? So you want to give them value. So what I do is I just invite them to trainings a lot. I invite them to trainings, invite them to trainings, invite them to trainings. And then over time, they're like, oh my God, Leo, it's like, I'm over here at my brokerage and this guy is not doing nothing for me. He's like, you've been doing way more for me and we're not even in business. The natural thing for them to do is raise their hand and say, hey, I want to be in business with you, right? So you want to lead with that. That's how I use it. I send out email blasts. That's the way that I do it. I don't do any sort of ads or any campaigns on it. I'm just sending out emails. That's what I do.
Yeah, and so just to kind of like, piggyback on that, anything that you're going to do, whether it's going to be your client or agent attraction, you have to do the work, like Leo's saying, like you have to show up and want to contribute and want to do something and want to give something, right? You could do the same thing and say, hey, this is I just checked out this property. Go preview a property, do a little video, send it out to your client database and say, hey, I love this property here in Marietta. So, what do you guys think of the bathrooms, this and that? If you have any questions, boom, boom, boom. Or you could be like, oh my God, I just walked out of the broker's office in my room. If you've got a list of agents that you're talking to, and just say, oh my God, I was just here. Look how easy it was. It was so cool. If you ever want to check out the world, here's a free pass. So it's you that has to create the activity, right? And setting aside half an hour, whatever it is on a daily basis, so that you're like, you're building. I remember when Leo said, I'm going to learn it. And like, fast forward, 2-3 years later, he's like, okay, this is part of what I do now, right? This is part of my business.
Yeah.
So, Leo, I want to thank you so much. I love anytime, we hang out or like you're on here doing stuff, because it's just like boom, 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 boom. It's always really, really great content. We're going to bring you back so you can give us the next part of that. Next part. Give us, a couple of weeks, maybe a month to like kind of catch up with you with the first part. And then we're going to come back and then you're going to take us to like level 2.
Yes. And I have a lot of free content on my Facebook group. If you guys are not part of it already, I'll drop that in here. My Think Bigger Mastermind. If you guys want like free stuff, I got a ton of really good stuff in there. So I'll drop that in there. I'm doing the training that I'm doing today and I'm recording it. So I'm also going to be dropping it there. So that's my Facebook group, guys. If you guys want to join, free content, free stuff in there all the time. All right. Thank you for the invitation. All right.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Bye, guys.